My name is Mayalmit and I am 36 years. I'm a president of Sikkim Indigenous Lepcha Tribal Association. And this association is mainly work on for promoting, preserving and protecting the Lepcha indigenous community in Sikkim. I am from the Zongo. It's a reserve protected area for exclusively for Lepcha community, indigenous Lepcha community of Sikkim. It has been protected since the Sikkim was princely state before we became part of India in 1975. And there it has been protected by the Article Notification 3069, which is protected under the Article 371F of the Indian Constitution. We have a lot of land problem in Sikkim, especially indigenous people, because let's say indigenous people have a lot of land holding because of ignorance, because of not knowing the basic rights of their land. So there's a encroachment, there's a lot of threat to the land. So we give them a free legal lawyers, and when they have to write an application to the president, and we work on their problem, and we try to give them a justice. Okay, and I'm also a volunteer member of Practice Citizen of Teesta. This organization I've been working for last almost for 15 years since I was in first year college. The Effective Citizen of Teesta is the only organization in Sikkim who is working against the rampant constructions of hydro dams in Zongo especially and other parts of Sikkim. I got a scholarship to study in one of the best schools in Sikkim, that is Kashinamgal Academy. After that, I did my graduation. In between, when I was in first year, I had to drop my college because of the movement that we have started in 2007 to 2009, that we had a really hunger strike. There were two men, Dawa Chiring Lepcha and Tenzing Gyatso Lepcha. They were indefinite hunger strike against the two major hydro dams was proposed by the government of Sikkim inside the Dongu Reserve area, protected area. The one is stage 4, which is 520 megawatts, and one is Panang Hydro Project of 320 megawatts. After 2011, we had a massive, earthquake. So there was a lot of landslides and everything. And in 2016, we had a massive landslide in one of the tributaries of River Teesta called Rongyong. So with that this immediately could not continue the construction. And even for the acquisitions and compensation, it was forcefully done. People had, they were protesting, they were telling the government, but because of we are less number, so we could not stop that. But right now we have a stage 4 of 520 megawatts, and we are like 100% people, landowners, are against this project. Stage 4, we're going to wipe out the entire Lower Zongo. And this belt is one of the most fertile, regions in Sikkim. So we get the best of best oranges in Sikkim, this belt, the ginger, the large cardamom. And in this region, it's the last free-flowing left, the River Teesta, the last free-flowing left in the entire Sikkim. If these also comes up, you'll not find any free-flowing Teesta river flowing in the entire Sikkim. So we are requesting to the government to declare this stretch of 8 to 10 kilometers of River Teesta as a river sanctuary. Because recently the state government also declared one of the fish called katle, this local name, as a state fish. So we are telling to the government, the Sikkim government, that if there is no river, if there is no free-flowing river, it's no use of declaring a fish as a state fish, because that's a species which we get in the River Teesta. Another one is in this belt of 8 to 10 kilometers, we have a major tributaries of River Teesta flowing down. One is Manichu, Ringchu, and Dechu and Tarinchu. And these belts are like, it's a butterfly belt. We get a lot of different species of birds, different species of butterflies, and it's rich in biodiversity and it's going to impact. There will be a lot of impact on ecology. Recently, it's been 4 to 5 years, and we are witnessing Every year there's a landslide. Every year there's a flash flood. And we are witnessing decreasing in the snowfall. So that is why, like, the younger generation, the farmers, the self-help group, everybody has come united, and we are opposing this. One of the highest dams is a 1200 megawatts, that is Teesta Urja, which is in just above Dongo area. And we are having, after 1 kilometer, we are having a mega project, that is the most dangerous because Sikkim lies under the seismic zone. So there's a trigger in any of this thing, will be a disaster in future, 30 mega dams, more than 30 dams in a small, tiny state of Sikkim. And Sikkim lies in the international border area. In northern side, we have a China. In the western side, we have a Nepal, and eastern side, we have a Bhutan. So even point of the security point of view, it's a threat to the country, And we indigenous people, we worship Teesta Rangit. It's the holiest, a sacred river for us. Our belief is that we are being created from the two sacred, clean snowball of Mount Kanchenjunga, the Lepcha, the first creator, that is Fudongting and Nuzongyu has been created from the two white snowballs of Mount Kanchenjunga. Since we've been created from Mount Kanchenjunga, so that is how, like, it is more sacred, because we believe after we die, our soul travels back to the Punzu land, which is at the foothills of Mount Kanchenjunga. This river Rongyong flows from the foothills of Mount Kanchenjunga. So that is the belief that we have, And even through the Buddhist, because Sikkim being a Buddhist state, even we have a rituals that we have to do it in the river. Every rituals, like we worship mountains, river, lake, and we are animists. So I think because of that, I think it's a naturally born that we have become we are trying to save the nature. In Sikkim, there's a notification that you cannot climb at the top of, like, when people go to climb Mount Everest, they go at the top of the mountain. But in Sikkim, they are forbidden to climb at the top of the mountain. That much sacred, not only for indigenous Lepcha community, but even Bhutias and even Nepalese, majority community also believe that it's a very, very sacred. The river which flows down, that we have a folklore that there was a story behind our river Teesta. The one was the bird, other was a python. We have a folklore that is how, like, we believe this river Teesta and Rangit are the identity for Lepcha community. That is why the Mount Kanchenjunga, the river Teesta, river Rangit, all the lake, mountains, they are all very, very sacred and very, very important for Lepcha community. Recently, on 5th of October, we had a massive this protest in the Namprikdang area in Zongo. We have a beautiful ground, and just below that we have a confluence of River Rongyong and River Teesta. We had a puja, we had a ritual where our priest and priestess, or Mun and Bongking, they did puja to evoke the nature, the deities, to protect the River Teesta, River Rongyong and River Teesta. So the fight is still continuing. It's been more than 15 years, and fight is still on. And we are not able to, we have a new government that also, like, before this new government came, they have given us written assurance that if they come to the power, they're going to scrap this Panang project and stage 4. And every year we have this festival in Namprikdang. It's a indigenous community festival where Chief Minister has come. Before, what we used to submit memorandum demanding for certain developmental projects. But this time we have requested government to scrap stage 5 and stage Panang project. And there was only one point agenda memorandum. But still, it's been more than 3 years now. We have not able to meet the chief minister, and we haven't got any positive response from the government. That's the problem that we are facing right now. We work with the people of Meghalaya, Manipur, Arunachal, Assam, Tripura. They also have a similar problem. Like in Meghalaya, they have a lot of problem with the mining thing. Even in Assam, it's like they have multiple dams coming up. Here also in Sikkim, what they think that it's a central project. We cannot stop. You know. But we are telling to the state government, you should tell to the state government that these are the problem. The people are like, it's not that Jammu people have not contributed national for revenue. Stage 3 is already, we have given half of the Jammu area. Stage 5 is half of the lower Jammu area we have given. But we are just requesting the small stretch of 8 to 10 kilometers of river Teesta should flow freely and should declare a river sanctuary. And even Purnam project, because that river is very, very sacred for not only for Lepcha community in Sikkim, but all over the world. Our areas are very young mountains, and our areas are very fragile and eco-sensitive. Coming of Mega dams after 1 kilometer, we are going to have, a frequent landslides and flash floods. Because of this, I think entire Zongo is not feasible to have this mega 520 megawatts. The future, I think we are going to protest till the government listens to us. Because before we had another government, we've been to jail, we've been arrested, we've been detained, and but still our fights are still continuing. And I think the government should really listen, and if they are really, really serious about climate change and global warming, I think they should, just scrap the project. Government of Sikkim has declared Lepcha community as a primitive tribe in the state of Sikkim. Okay, instead of preserving this community, they are they're bulldozing with this hydro dam. That is contradictory. Okay. Another thing is very interesting is that they have declared the whole Dongo area as a indigenous indigenous habitat area, where there are so many points that are going to be protected and everything. In the papers, they talk about protections and preserving and this indigenous community. And one of the most threatening data is we are just 42,000 in population in the whole of Sikkim. How if you really I really feel that they should really protect the dying indigenous or vanishing indigenous, because one of the author A.K. Fawning has rightly written one book called My Vanishing Tribe. Our own community has written about our tribe that we are going to vanish very soon. I think the state government of Sikkim should take it very positive, and they should, I think they should really listen to indigenous community. When we talk about climate change, when you talk about global warming, not just Adivasis, not just the indigenous community, I think all the citizens of Sikkim and all citizens of India should, start raising voice against this mega dams, which is like any big project which impacts the environment and the people. I think development should not be at the cost of the human life.